Welcome, travellers, to another Wild North Choose Your Own Adventure. Once more you take upon the mantle of Twizzle, a young warrior rogue of Featherstone Castle on his latest escapade. Your wit and will is what shall guide our squirrely hero to journey's end, and your choices what shall determine whether it ends well or ill. But now as the hour lengthens, our time begins, and our story with it. The scent of the brine in the chill evening air clung to Twizzle's russet fur as the squirrel made his way along the docks. Fancying a change from the castle, and dodging his turn as a day helper for Mur and the castle cook, Twizzle was still convinced the prickly hedgehog hadn't forgiven him for bringing 2 more hungry hares to live with him at Featherstone last year. He travelled to the coast this morning with the aforementioned hare brothers, Thistleback and Nettlepaw, who were visiting their cousin Furbellows, a seafaring leporine and noted pirate hunter, master of the ship the Cloverly which had put in the day before. The grizzled hare captain had been trying with little success to bring in a notorious vulpine pirate who had been haunting the coast of late. Captain Delphine Notley, or the Sea Vixen as the dockhands had taken to calling her in hushed tones, had a fearsome reputation, and mere sight of her ship the Mizzlemane on the horizon had put a chill into the spine of many a seasoned sailor in the region. As hares are wont to do, the evening soon turned to a feast for Furbellow's crew as well as his guests. Twizzle had initially tried to keep up with them, but few can match a band of hares bent on an evening of frivolity as they caught up on news following months apart. After a couple of hours of good food and company, Twizzle bid the group good evening, deciding to make himself scarce and taking a walk, just as the crew began singing what was sure to be the first of many raucous sea shanties to follow. Furbellows lived up to his name, his voice booming in song, still audible to the squirrel for quite a long way along the docks after he had departed. Night had crept in solidly by this point, and the docks were only lit by the torchlight from the watchmen aboard the ships in port, and the brace of taverns who keep a flickering lamplight out front as a beacon for tired or drunken sailors to find safe haven. As Twizzle made his way along the dock, he noticed the soft padding paw steps of a couple of other beasts. A quick surreptitious glance over his shoulder confirmed it. There were 2 shadowy figures tailing him, rats from the scent of it, the squirrel discerned over the ever-present brine of the chill sea air. If these are indeed cutpurses, as he suspects, then 2 against 1 in the dark were not the best odds. The squirrel reasoned, and he began to wander slowly back towards the taverns, trying to keep the rats at a distance, but without trying to give away that he'd spotted them. As Twizzle approached the warren of dockside warehouses and taverns, he heard the paw steps speed up. They'd caught on to what he's doing, and clearly have other intentions than allowing the squirrel to reach safe haven of a public tavern. Twizzle weighed his options quickly. He was close enough that he might be able to make the tavern if he broke into a run now. Or should he draw his boot knife and try and see off the 2 rats that were closing in on him? So the choice is yours. Should our hero fight, or should he make a run for it? Cast your vote, and choose our squirrel's path.